absolutely going to bring it. Synthex was sweating in the pregame lobby. He has not cooled down one bit. We're underway here. Game 1 of a best of 5. It is Synthex trying to play that over Rem. This will fall right to Cam Bam. Can he get this ball down in front? Tennis Master's there for it. This will go all the way off to the corner. So Penn State gets the first look. They don't do much with it. And now we'll see what Northeastern does just 20 seconds into game 1.
And Penn State are going to have to come out into this one, Stacks, with just a lot of overall energy. You're coming off a very warm team here in Northeastern. Getting the good start is crucial, and they almost find one. Floms will be able to make the save, and I feel like Floms is going to be a name we are going to be saying quite a bit here. He had a stellar performance in the series leading up to this. We'll see if he can continue to play at that level.
He is effectively Rocket League's bishop of the Church of Pusheen, as he has he's been around with this Northeastern team for a long time. It feels like he's on like the 10-year PhD program as Rem will get this downfield. Northeastern had a good look at the net, a little bit high, and this will go right over Synthex. It has to be Jay Fraser at the back. He is there, and he'll find Floms downfield. And as Daz mentioned, that's the guy that Northeastern needs to get involved. He's got to be the facilitator for the Huskies. Synthex gets this ball out of the way. Floms will be waiting at the near post as he tries to kind of start the counterattack for Northeastern. He's been forced back a little bit. Coming up now, but he comes up empty. Synthex with a floater that finds the net.
They talked about Synthex being warm pregame, and it's going to be important here, too. First shot, or first goal, I say, going to him. Look at the angle. Top left corner as he gets the placement perfect. Now we're seeing Northeastern start to build up. The offensive pressure was a little too much for Penn State, but we'll see if they can bounce back.
Tennis Master whiffed on this ball, so it falls to Cam Bam. Now Synthex another drive, and a good thing Cam Bam followed through. Barely made the block. And now Tennis Master, I think he got clipped by his own teammate, so that slows him down in his effort downfield. And Synthex can go right around him. Good supporting attack from Penn State as they try to keep the ball in the zone. It will not work out as Jay Fraser single-handedly breaks through the pressure. We'll see if Northeastern can expand their lead. Try to play keep away, and that didn't work out so well. Jay Fraser can't get by Cam Bam initially. Now he will finally get this ball out, and Northeastern is at least weathering the storm from Penn State in the first half of game 1.
Yeah, they're weathering the storm. They're playing this pretty well in terms of being able to control the ball, slow down Penn State. Penn State, they have to get some better touches here moving upfield. A lot of possessions been thrown away. Tennis Master rushing there, and that's not a good sign because now he's going to be out to play for quite some time, and you're going to have to see the defense hold out. Northeastern is going to gain a lot of space, and that's so much less time you have on offense. And offense right now is what Penn State needs. They're still down here by 1 goal. We got 2 minutes of gameplay left.
Hey, you let a team hang around, and you can only fend them off for so long. Here come the Nittany Lions again. Tennis Master. Now Rem to center. Nobody there as timing didn't work out. They may still score. Tennis Master shots blocked away. Jay Fraser can't get there, and Cam Bam ties the game.
And there you go. There's the bounce back here from Penn State. Tennis Master with a testing shot and pulled Synthex out. He was last man. Everybody scrambling on defense from Northeastern, but Cam Bam comes up. Shot goes good, and we have a tied-up game.
1:47 to go. And it's right back where we started. Jay Fraser getting around Tennis Master. He'll be out of the play. He fell into the Northeastern net. Big shot here from Synthex that Rem couldn't catch up to.
And you got to keep feeding the hot hand here if you're Northeastern. Floms lets that one go. Synthex finds the angle. Actually almost hit Jay Fraser, but he just barely got out of the way there. Big goal here for Northeastern. They regained the lead very quickly.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish the season. The W's will come eventually, and they have for Northeastern. They're working on their 3rd of the season. Cam Bam trying to get this ball all the way downfield. Synthex couldn't clear the zone. Still back to just a 1-goal lead for Northeastern. Jay Fraser and Synthex. It will be Synthex sending this ball all the way downfield. Now Cam Bam Got to get this downfield in a hurry. Opportunities are going to be few and far between against Northeastern here in the final minute. Shot's going to go well wide, and that's a big clear by Floms.
Oh, that's a good touch from Syntax. I believe that's an open net. Floms will pick it up. But you got to talk about the touch here in the midfield. Syntax has been popping off, and that's all he needs to do is just get there's just a slight, simple touch. And then Floms can pick it up, pat the stats a little more. He's trying to get as many goals as possible to keep up here with Syntax. I like what I'm seeing here for Northeastern.
It'll be Rem in the corners. Penn State tries to get anything going, any semblance of momentum. Good pass out in front, but Tennis Master couldn't react in time, couldn't get his nose on it for a good shot on. This goes all the way to the corner, and Northeastern can just burn more time off the clock.
You talk about that too, burning time off the clock. That is where all these simple touches come into play. Rim there, he had a touch out where he just dodged into the ball, but instead of controlling it, this allows a clear from Northeastern. They're able to push the ball downfield, and that's one less offensive drive you have in your back pocket. Cam Bam trying to keep it close, and it's a smart idea of playing that challenge to see if you can pull someone out. But at this point, it's too little too late. I say that, but Tennis Master banks one in with time left on the clock.
They finally went for the big boom downfield. Syntax didn't get all of that. It goes all the way around the corner. Rem is sitting there waiting for it like he had the read on him. And Tennis Master brings him within one. A clear gone awry. Now Cam Bam to tie the game. No, it's saved away. 2 seconds left. Got to keep this ball in the air, and Rem comes up empty. Cam Bam can still get this around, looking for Tennis Master, won't find him, and Northeastern hangs on in game one.
Good stuff from Northeastern. Those early goals just kind of built them a big insurance here for the late comeback drive Penn State tried to put on, but Penn State just reacting, or I should say acting on the offense just too little too late. They had a huge burst, and you can see if there's maybe a minute or 30 more seconds on the clock, they could have made this one potentially go to overtime, but it's what happens over the course of the game that leads us to the result that we have now. Northeastern started strong, and like you said, Stacks, they hang on, and that's game one.
Northeastern, a team that coming into this week has not scored a ton of goals, but boy, have they tonight. They dropped, I think, they dropped a 6 ball on UNCC. Maybe they got to 7 by the time all was said and done. They only come in averaging a goal and a third a game, but they are lighting up the scoreboard as they hang on in game one with a 3-2 win. Now we go into game 2 at Forbidden Temple. Can they keep this momentum rolling as they try to surge their way up the leaderboard?
That's got to be the big question here. Again, they've been playing a lot of Rocket League today compared to most other CRL teams. But they've also been playing some of their best Rocket League that we've seen from them this season. They want to continue to up the pace, and Jay Frazier will do that. Quick goal to start things off.
Jay Frazier, at times at the start of the season, kind of had us scratching our heads like, hey, what's he doing? What's he doing? Now he's got it kind of going his way now in the second half of the season, and he's got a big goal early in game 2.
This is the start that you want to see here for Northeastern. They are telling Penn State, you know, we're having a really good day, and you're going to have to play up to our speed if you want to have any chance of competing. Penn State has showed some signs of life here, but of course, this isn't the start that you want to see from them. Down by 1 here as Northeastern continue to carry the momentum of that early game dominance.
Everybody whiffs going for this ball, and Rem's going to give the ball right back to Floms. Maybe worst case scenario for Penn State. Cam Bam will at least get this out towards Tennis Master. That's a good clear, because that was threatening to turn into quite the hairy situation. Now Rem just could not get any speed downfield. Big booming clears back and forth as both teams wait for somebody to make a mistake, somebody to blink, with Northeastern leading by only a goal.
Oh, that's a nice soft touch. Floms trying to come up and play the 50 there. But will get clear away. Now Penn State. Cam Bam, I mean, every time he gets those dribbles, it opens things up. Almost a chance there. Tennis Master shot just off. Defense from Northeastern holding on. But I enjoy when you see Penn State pushing upfield with that dribble, playing into the 50. They pull Northeastern out of net. And guess what? Cam Bam again comes up big. He'll score the equalizer for Penn State.
He's got 2 out of Penn State's 3 goals, and every time he scores, it's a big one for PSU. And now Northeastern knows they're in a fight yet again here in Game 2. Kickoff has been solid in Northeastern's favor all throughout this series. Synthex almost got that one through. He has not slowed down one bit. He has been on fire all night through both series that Northeastern's played. And then there's a big demolition from Floms as Tennis Master ran out of juice.
Oh, that's a good shot from Ram. Just finding that angle, getting around the ball, and still getting some good power on it. Forced the save out, but very well done. As Penn State are starting to get comfortable here on the offensive end, this could spell trouble for Northeastern if they don't get it under control. But they see with that demo opening it up, and Jay Frazier will splash this team into the lead.
Splash indeed. You cannot time a demolition better than that. That is incredible. There was no way to defend against that. 2-1, Northeastern back in front. And Tennis Master looking to answer right back. Full tank as he goes up, flip, reset, and this almost bounces through, but Jay Frazier makes the stop. He could have a 1v1 here, but he had to wave dash to get onto that ball. That gave Rem all the time in the world to get back and help out. But everybody boosted up for the Huskies. Floms will keep this in the zone. Jay Frazier, he could shoot from here, and he could very well score, but Tennis Master sweeps it away. Frazier coming up again. Selfless play, but he'll go for the double, and he just missed it high. Floms was coming on as well, and I think that's a missed opportunity for Northeastern as Jay Frazier brings this one all the way around the boards. Intercepted by Rem, drop down in front. Floms in a little bit of trouble, but Synthex there to help. Now Tennis Master. Once again, he'll get by Synthex, but not by Jay Frazier. Frazier dropped down in front, and everybody comes up empty. Did Rem get a piece of that? I think he did.
It looks like it. Rem did play that pretty close. That being said, man, Northeastern almost there. Rem's getting a piece of that, though. Bouncer shot. Jay Frazier able to make it there in time. Penn State just battling there, keeping that ball in front of Northeastern's zone. But they have to get these touches under control, too. They put themselves in some really tough spots, and with a minute remaining, they need to play almost picture perfect here if they want to stop Northeastern.
Jay Frazier intercepts. That forces Tennis Master into action. Oh, only one man back. Rem in a 1v1 with Jay Frazier. Upper 90. No, he missed it high. Follow-up is blocked by Synthex, and Floms gets a crucial touch to stop the pressure for just a moment, and everybody can get back on defense for Northeastern. Now Cam Bam got bumped away from a double attempt. Still loose in front. Tennis Master, leave it for Rem.
There it
Tie game!
Penn State put on the pressure here. Tennis Master plays it high. Rem with the low touch. Defense from Northeastern scrambling. Game tied up. 25 seconds left. And Penn State are really putting on a show.
You get those 2v1 opportunities, you have to cash in. They did, but is it all for naught? Oh, what a save by Tennis Master. Follow-up is saved as well. Tennis Master standing on his head to keep Penn State in this game. 10 seconds. This will drop down in front, but Rem is there for it. Here come the Huskies. Jay Frazier let that one get by, but he bumped Rem out of the way. Overtime is looming unless somebody's going to play hero. They do not. And we go to overtime in a wild second game.
That was really close. Floms looked like he got a piece of that ball, and it honestly could have spelled a disaster. He was able to get that on top of the hood. Now Northeastern, who have been really, in the driver's seat for, the game 1.5, are slowly seeing the tide turn here as Penn State, like you said, they have forced overtime and a wild game 2, and they show no signs of slowing down.
Plenty of offense to go around between these two teams. It looks like a combined 21 shots between both squads. And it could be a floater that ends it. Cam Bam's in a lot of trouble. Jay Frazier wins game 2.
Jay Frazier, all 3 goals scored and 7 shots. Offensive machine for Northeastern. He kept outputting until the goals fell in, and boy did they fall. And Northeastern continued to dominate. They put this series on match point.
Jay Frazier had 2 assists in game 1, and he scores a hat trick to carry Northeastern through game 2. And it's almost like a Cerberus right now, and how fitting. Northeastern are indeed the Huskies trying to take down Penn State. And if you're the Nittany Lions at this point, how do you stop them? It's a different person in every facet of both games so far. This time, Flom's playing setup man. Game 1, he was more of an he was more of a defensive presence. And you've dropped 2 games by the same scoreline. Tilt has to be setting in for Penn State, and they've got to get it together for game 3.
It's a lot of frustration, right? You see them battling back every time, but Northeastern always finds a way to break through. Comes down to rotation here at this point as well, because Northeastern, a couple of their goals scored were just because of break in rotation or a lot of pressure put on that 3rd man. Maybe they need to draw it back a little bit, probably keep the ball close to them, play that 50 game that worked out well, because they are able to break through the midfield with that. But you got to stop the bleeding here. If Northeastern are scoring 3 goals a game, that's definitely a sign that something's not working here on that rotation, and they got to clean it up.
Syntax whiffs on this, but it could work out because there's the hot hand. Jay Frazier trying to force that ball through, and boy, that would have been a loud goal to start off game 3 with all the momentum that Northeastern already has, but Cam Bam sneaks this one through.
Yeah, talk about sneaking this one through. Plays the challenge against Floms, and my goodness, doesn't work out straight off the ceiling and in. And, you know, one way to get things on the right foot here for Penn State, they get a good challenge and it leads to a goal, but still work to do as they want to expand on that.
Good shot on, trying to go behind Synthex, but he's up to the task. Now, Rem thought about it, but realized Flom had him beat by a mile. It'll be Rem against Jay Frazier. Possession belongs to Penn State. Over 1, not over 2, as Floms is right there. And Rem being very gentlemanly. He did not go for the demolition or the bump. And Floms, you give him an inch and he takes a mile, we're tied up.
And look at that, like you said, you give Floms that space, and look what he can do with it. Great read off the backboard, and slightly uncontested. Someone tried to put a hand up, but it was just too little too late. So, although Penn State start things off strong, maintaining a lead, maintaining momentum, I think that's going to be the big word for them that, you know, has been the story over the course of, you know, the past 2 games or so. They can get these good strides in, but they're not consistent in keeping that pace going.
Look, all I'm going to say is just because Floms is kind of the elder statesman of CRL doesn't mean that you need to take it easy on the guy. You got a chance to take him off the field. You got to take it. Cam Bam taken out by Synthex. So he went up for that challenge. Ball sent right back in. Floms is there. Boy, he got around 2, and it's only Cam Bam to beat. And Cam Bam take it out, but he did get the ball back down into the Northeastern end.
We're starting to see Northeastern get a little bit more comfortable. They're playing the high game, and both these teams are playing through the air. That's a good shot from Tennis Master, but the response, Jay Frazier touch out, and Floms there so quickly to push this all the way downfield.
Ram taking his time, and he was just a sitting target. Double demolition, make it 3, and this is saved away by Cam Bam. Oh, Northeastern came up with demolition after demolition, but it wasn't enough as Penn State holds the line for now.
Penn State are trying to continue on that pace, but it's much easier said than done, as the Northeastern have shown that they're willing to resort to any tactic, whether it's a demo play, taking out the entire team, pushing downfield individually, the pass, whatever it takes from them. They're looking to close this series out. They've been playing a full day of Rocket League, And they only are a game and a goal seemingly away as they end up trying to force this one downfield, but that's a good beat from Cam Bam.
Ram trying to beat Floms, and I don't know if Syntax got a piece of that. Didn't get credit for a save. Looked like it might have gone off the post,
yeah.
But Penn State was that close to claiming the lead in game 3 rather. Could still get it here. Cam Bam waiting and waiting. Going for the double, and Syntax snuffs it out.
This is the good backboard defense here from Northeastern. And that seems to be what Penn State are playing right now, focusing that ball in the backboard. That one bounces off. Tennis Master with a look, but the top corner is blocked from Syntax again. This one, all of Northeastern trying to hop on top of that play to make sure that Penn State just can't get anything going. And, you know, that frustration has to be coming out from these boys because they are really working. But the Northeastern defense is stopping them at every avenue.
Out of the corner, it is Floms to center for Syntax. Everybody whiffs again as Floms barely got a piece of that. Now Jay Frazier all the way across to Syntax. Oh, well-intended ball, but it did not find the mark. Flick on is going to be just barely off the mark. Jay Frazier had to go for it anyways. Forced through by Rem, and that puts Floms in a tough spot with a minute to go. But he's up to the task. Series hanging in the balance right now as Northeastern tries to complete a clean 3-0 sweep against Penn State. Every game has been a battle, but Northeastern's been the better of the two so far. Frazier setting one up for Floms. He did spend a little bit of boost, at least looking at that ball, so that could slow down Northeastern a little bit.
Oh, good touch from Syntax to Jay Frazier. It over one. Tennis Master, not the best touch, so Floms will keep it at play. Here's Northeastern pressure. This is where they want to try to break through here. But with that space given, Tennis Master with a solid touch. We're in the final 20 seconds of this game. And it looks like another overtime could be headed there, both these teams' way. It all depends on this last final drive we get from these two teams.
Out to midfield, Cam Bam's over Syntax, only Frazier to beat, got the dunk, but it's wide. Follow is not going to find the mark, and we go to overtime again.
And good work there as we have just continuously seen Northeastern slow things down. They're looking to finish, and Jay Frazier with the dunk, and he's going to come up big once again for Northeastern.
Boy, that just has to be the most frustrating thing in the world for Penn State, losing all 3 games by just 1 goal, especially as well as they played in that second game, but unable to get any dubs against Northeastern. And the NEU Huskies keep climbing up the ladder as they get win number 3 and move ahead of the Nittany Lions.
And very, very well done, too, from Northeastern. I don't think any of us, I think, well, except Achieves. I think except Achieves. Achieves was the only one who I think had Northeastern winning, if I'm correct.
Oh, no, I had Northeastern winning.
Oh.
I had faith in the boys. Yeah, there's 2 of us. I finally got one tonight.
You did. So hats off to you two big brains. But, you know, I think that Northeastern definitely shook up a lot of, at least us on the desk. I think I was starting to run out of faith, which is, again, why I went the other way. But my goodness, what a day for them. This was something that they needed in the overall scope of the season. And it's exciting to see the boys do well.
It is indeed. They've got what? Kennesaw, Platteville, Waterloo left. Like, they could certainly make a run, as they have made quick work of both UNC Charlotte and Penn State tonight. Of course, their match with Charlotte taking place over on the College Carball stream, our B stream, running side by side with us here tonight. Of course, with the weird schedule with election night. Well, we have a moment before we send things off. Hey, fitting that the dogs won here. Happy birthday to Dazarin's pupper Buster.
Oh man, this is my little baby. I think he's doing something right now, so I can't bring him out. But
yeah, he's avoiding you, making all the loud noises. Hey, that's perfectly fine.
Very true.
Hey, that is all we've got for the Eastern Conference. We still got 2 matches left to go. North Texas takes on Nebraska. Missouri State takes on UC Santa Barbara. Those matches coming your way right after this.